Today, we're diving into a system that's designed to completely flip the script on content strategy. We're talking about taking it from a slow, manual grind to a fully automated strategic powerhouse. We are talking about AIO Nexus.
But before we get into the nuts and bolts, let's just set the stage a little. Because if you're in the content world, you know the struggle. There's this core conflict, this dilemma, that pretty much dictates everything you do.
And this slide, well, it lays it out perfectly. It's that age-old problem, right? The trade-off between quality, speed, and cost. You're always told, hey, you can only pick two, but honestly, every single choice stings. You want high quality and you want it fast? Great, but that's going to cost you a fortune. So what about cheap and fast? Well, you can say goodbye to quality and your SEO rankings. And trying to get quality on the cheap? Yeah, that's just painfully slow and you can't scale it. No matter which way you turn, you're hitting a wall.
And that impossible choice, it puts you on what feels like a hamster wheel, an endless content treadmill. You're just running and running, publishing constantly just to stay relevant, but you're not actually getting anywhere strategically. It's all reactive, it's exhausting, and it's a trap so many content teams are stuck in.
But here's a thought. What if that whole triangle was a false choice? What if you didn't have to choose at all?
And that is exactly where AIO Nexus enters the picture. It's a system built from the ground up to shatter that dilemma. The whole idea is to let you focus on your high-level strategy while it automates the tedious manual execution. And the process itself? It's beautifully simple. First, you plan. You just map out your entire content calendar. Keywords, publish dates, which website it goes to, all inside a familiar Google Sheet. Second, the system creates. This is where specialized AI agents jump in and write completely unique SEO-ready articles based on your plan. And finally, step 3, it publishes. The content gets automatically sent to as many WordPress sites as you want, exactly when you scheduled it. Plan, create, publish. That's it.
So you're probably wondering, how does it pull all this off? Let's peel back the layers, because this is so much more than just a simple script or an automation tool. It's a full-blown content operations system.
The whole thing really stands on 3 core principles. And these aren't just buzzwords, they're the pillars that give you a massive strategic edge. Let's break them down one by one.
So pillar number 1 is absolute strategic control. This is huge. It means you are always in the driver's seat. Your strategy, the keywords you pulled from Ahrefs or SEMrush, the schedule you planned out for the next quarter, that's what runs the show. You decide what gets written, when it gets published, and where it goes, all from that one central spreadsheet. The AI doesn't guess, it just flawlessly executes your vision.
Then we've got pillar 2, intelligent content automation. Now this is really cool. We're not talking about some generic one-size-fits-all AI. The system uses what they call expert AI agents. So if you need an article on finance, a finance-trained AI writes it. Tech, a tech-trained AI takes over. This gives you way higher quality and more relevant content. We're talking long-form articles, 900 to 1,200 words, and the system even enriches them automatically with things like internal links, FAQ schema, and royalty-free images.
And the third pillar ties it all together: quality and performance at scale. Because none of this matters if the quality isn't there, right? So before a single article goes live, it has to pass through a series of quality checks. It's scanned for plagiarism, its SEO viability is scored, keyword density, readability, the works. It even generates optimized titles and meta descriptions for you. Plus, it's designed to be ready for the future of search, with AI overviews from systems like ChatGPT and Gemini.
Okay, so when you combine those 3 pillars, what you get isn't just a small, incremental improvement. The results are, well, they're truly transformational. It completely redefines what's possible for a content team.
Let's just talk hard numbers for a second. First, speed. A typical article can take a human writer, 3 to 4 hours? With this automation, that time shrinks to just 5 minutes. That's not a typo. That is a 50 to 70 times boost in speed. Okay, how about cost? A good long-form article might run you anywhere from 40 to 70 pounds. With this system, that cost just collapses down to between 15 and 80 pence per article. That is a staggering 98% reduction in cost. And finally, let's talk scale. Your amazing human team might be able to crank out, say, 3 to 5 articles a day, max. The AIO Nexus system? It can handle 50, 100, even more, every single day without breaking a sweat. The ceiling on your content production is just gone. Now, I know these numbers can sound a bit abstract, so let's put them into a real-world context. Imagine a modern SEO agency trying to manage 15 clients. They needed 300 unique blog posts a month, and it was just becoming an operational nightmare. So they switched to AIO Nexus, using one master Google Sheet to run the whole show. The result? They saved £25,000 a month in writer fees and, get this, they now have the capacity to handle 15 times more clients.
Or how about this one? A company that runs a network of 8 different niche blogs. Their biggest problem was just feeding the beast, keeping all those sites fresh with daily content. It was a logistical mess. With this system, they centralized all their keyword planning and automated the distribution. Their writer costs went from almost £10,000 a month down to around $500. And in the process, they were effortlessly publishing 240 high-quality articles every month.
So what does all of this actually mean for you, the content professional? It means your job description is about to change. It's time to stop being a content manager and start being a content director.
I mean, think about the difference. Managing content, that's all about chasing deadlines, endless coordination meetings, and constantly putting out fires. It's reactive. Directing strategy, on the other hand, is about having 100% of your time focused on the big picture. It's proactive planning, months ahead of schedule, and then just watching the system execute your plan perfectly. You get out of the weeds and become the architect.
And with all that newfound time, freedom, and scale, the real question becomes, what are you going to build? You can finally go out and completely dominate niche markets, plugging every single keyword gap. You can execute massive product launches with dozens of articles ready to go on day one. You could power up an e-commerce site with a unique blog post for every single product, or run hyper-targeted campaigns for things like Black Friday on a scale you never even dreamed of before.
So really, the big takeaway here is this. The future of content, it isn't just about who can write the fastest. It's about who can think the smartest and who has the systems in place to execute that smart strategy at scale. The only question left is, what will you build?